Well, we're always looking for long-term opportunities and some buys for your portfolio. Our next guest has some names she thinks investors should consider. Some names you know. Debbie Bloyd, CEO of DLB Financial Services. Well, there's no doubt, I think people start to bite their nails a little when they see Monday's sell-off. Then a rally back on Tuesday, and I think a lot of folks thought it was important that we held today. What is driving this market action that we've been seeing?
I think it's a lot of things. I think it's fear, fear for COVID still, fear for people's jobs, uncertainty about the real estate market. I think, like Scott has it right, you see double-digit increases in a lot of real estate. People are now scared of the bubble from 2008, and that's not going to happen this time. This is real money that are buying these homes, not straw borrowers or no-income loans. So it's a very different market. A lot of people, Nicole, cannot let go of the past. What happened in the past? Who lost money in the past? And I think we have to kind of scrap all that when it comes to our education, when it comes to investing in our future. The past is gone, and we have a whole new horizon around us now. When just look at what we're investing in, how we're living our lives this year, so differently from last.
Yeah, without a doubt. Let's get to some of the names that you have on here because I don't want to miss out here. You have Exxon, Berkshire, Alibaba. Pick something there to discuss.
Well, they're very different. So if you are an older American or an older anybody, you're going to know Berkshire Hathaway, and they invest in durable goods, things that you and I can pronounce and that we use. Coca-Cola, furniture, real estate companies, they invest what they understand. So this is a buy and hold strategy. He's made all his money buying and holding. So if you can't afford Berkshire Hathaway stock, look at what his holdings are in. Coca-Cola, basic stuff that does not going anywhere, and companies that are recreating themselves. Exxon Mobil. Exxon is diversified. There's a lot of natural gases when we come and talk about oil. I don't care that every day the market can change when it comes to commodities. What do you believe in? But we're still going to need energy of some kind. So you pick the companies that are diversified in that energy. Alibaba, the internet Amazon king for China. You're talking about middle class people using Alibaba like we do Amazon. It can only go up. There are 600 million people by 2022 using Alibaba. I think this is a great thing. If you don't understand it, again, don't invest in it. But we have those same companies here. AT&T, Coca-Cola is naturally evolving. Proctor Gamble, an oldie but a goodie. Things that we do understand. Now they're down. Why are they down? Maybe it's competition. Maybe it's a bad product. Maybe it's consumers, what we're buying and what we're not buying right now. It's just like your last segment, Chipotle. It goes up, it goes down. It's going to be a mainstay. So you're going to have to weather out. These are long-term holds, Nicole. We're not going to get all flighty about what happens in the news every single week. We're not going to watch it. We're going to buy it and we're going to hold it. Hold it not for 1 year or 6 months. We're going to hold it for a long time.
Right. Yeah. And that's part of the premise of what we're talking about for a long-term portfolio. In addition to some of the things we need, like Coca-Cola and Procter & Gamble, you also have some ideas within technology. Are these also long-term plays?
Well, just look at what technology changed for us last year. Last year we didn't do everything by Skype and Zoom. People still wanted to come and see me at my office. I can't tell you how many people don't care to see me right now. We can do a Zoom call and FedEx papers back and forth or email. So a lot of the world is changing. You've got to look at these technologies and see what is going on. Square, we're buying so much now that are not brick and mortar companies. And I can't tell you how many street vendors are set up and food trucks and shopping outside areas now that the people have just a little square and you swipe. It's great, but that's the technology that people are going for. Not everything is plugged in and has to be amped up now. So we got to think about the way that we're living. And of course, that's going to keep changing with the pandemic, what it did to us and how we're living our lives now, how our kids are. My kids don't have brick and mortar bank accounts at big banks. They do all internet banking. So again, who is the general coming up, and what are they investing in? What are they focused on? That's where your long-term holds are going to be to make the most
Right.
advances, not where it's been in the
It's
past.
interesting that you have, Alibaba here. And, I see why with the growth that we're seeing abroad there in China and the shopping. Is that a name that you like more than Amazon here at home? Maybe Amazon has run up too much. Why Alibaba?
Well, I think there's a lot more room for growth there. I think also one of the news things that hit earlier in the week is about having all of the countries have a normal tax throughout the world, and how is that going to change? I don't know what areas are going to be hit with that, but I think more the technology companies are going to stand a better chance of living through that if it ever does come to fruition. I think Alibaba is just so many years behind where it's going that it has a lot more potential for growth than Amazon does. Now, I could be totally wrong, but Amazon is
Right.
doing a great job. And of course, they're a trendsetter. So
Yeah.
you gotta sit down and be ready to carry this through the next 20 years, not change your mind, not squirrel out about the economy every 5 minutes, but just sit and hold. I do think that both these companies are the wave of the future.
Just a few seconds left just to expand on Square, the fintech company, right? Maybe different than Visa or something like that, also with some exposure to Bitcoin, I guess. Quick thought on Square again.
Well, I just think that more companies are setting themselves up to be mobile. So not everybody has an office. They don't have a building. There are so many rules changing when it comes to currency. Square is on the cutting edge. And so again, we don't want to look at things that have worked in the past. Cash registers, where have they gone? You know, everybody is taking pictures of their checks and not going to the bank so much. We've got to be
True.
forward looking. If you're not that forward looking, stay with stuff you know. Coke, furniture, Berkshire Hathaway,
Debbie, thank
normal
you.
average stuff that we need every day.
Right. Debbie Bloyd, CEO of DLB Financial Services. Thank you always.